Congratulations on the movies, guys.
Thank you
It's
so much.
really, really interesting. It's a movie that kept me guessing and didn't go to places that I was expecting. So I wondered how whether that was the same for you when you first read the script, that it was presented as something and then became something other. And I just wondered whether that kind of created an excitement for you guys when you first read it. Lily, maybe I'll start with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that you maybe don't often expect a sci-fi movie to like hit home so much and to feel so relatable. I think because we think of like space and stories that take place outside of the world that we know, and it feels like so far away from the things that we can actively relate to. And I think that that's something that really struck me about this story, is just how human it is at its core, and in the things that it's really trying to say. It really is a story of humanity, and it's a very kind of it's a very human, emotional story at its core, and I think that's what was really touching to me about it.
Yeah, Ty, the same for you.
I think the film is constantly escalating, and it starts in one place and ends in an entirely different place, and it is hard to predict. I think that's good storytelling. I think Neil is he's very good at achieving that, and keeping the audience on the edge of their seat, creating that suspense, and using that tension in his films, and so I think that really played nicely into this film, and there's a lot of really cool dynamics between these characters and the themes that that they're grappling with philosophically, and then also like the intensity and the action of it all, and the suspense that's constantly building throughout the course of the film.
I just spoke to Finn, and he was telling me all about corridors and heat in Romania. So I was just going to ask you guys about it as well, because I can imagine it was a very strange set to be on, given the heat and given that you're in these corridors. It's very sci-fi, but he said it kind of helped the kind of tension in terms of you guys were getting hot and bothered and all this kind of stuff. Did that help you guys as well? Because he said it kind of, given what happens in the movie, I wondered if that helped you guys, because it's a very unique experience, I can imagine. Maybe Ty, I'll start with you.
Finn is always hot and bothered. But yeah, no, it definitely did. Yeah, it was tight in there. And those, I'm sure he told you about the really long hallway with the camera that's on a rig moving through the center of the hallway. We get a lot of shots where we're like running down the corridor and the camera is coming at us. So it's like, there's this much space between the wall and the camera. So you just kind of like have to like slide out of the way. So it was kind of crazy, but yeah, I mean, it definitely feels claustrophobic when you see the film. And I think that is, it exudes what these characters are feeling inside, how, especially once they come off of this suppressant that they're taking in the film, they come off of it and they stop taking it and kind of rebel against the mission. And suddenly, like, they're feeling, the proximity of the space, the walls, and each other.
And that's what's so special also about like Neil's work, is that like everything is a really meticulous choice. Like I think like even like what we're talking about now, every choice down to every single shot is a deliberate choice in order to make the audience feel a certain way. And I think in this regard, it's about making them kind of relate to the feeling of like claustrophobia and like just that kind of like scary feeling of being like, my entire life is going to be in this spaceship in these hallways with these people, and just like, how kind of scary that can feel.
Yeah, good gig. Guys, lovely to talk to you. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck with the film.
Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey